Hey, what's up? We are live, coming at you here. We're WizardShack, Wizard_Shack on Twitter, WizardShack on YouTube. I'm joined by John Lovis's son, John Lovis Jr.
Not really,
Blood
but
related.
yeah. I'm sure
Blood
he has a
related.
son. I
Oh, he does, right?
imagine he's portly.
I imagine a little more portly than you. Yeah, I can see that.
No, not
Good bit
than
more
me. I just
portly.
mean in general.
Well, I would say you're not a portly fellow, so I'd assume Lovitz's son is very portly.
I don't know.
Probably
I
like
kind of do.
severely overweight.
If I like grew my hair out and kind of slicked it back, and got like a spray tan or something, I could get pretty close.
Oh, you think? I don't know. Nah, I don't know about that. No, he does have a son, by the way. Yeah, yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I don't know about that. Actually, I'm looking it up. I don't know if he has a son. I don't know if he's actually married. I don't think he's married. I have this sneaking suspicion that Lovitz is probably gay. John Lovitz, and I don't think he's like someone who's going to come out and talk about it. But I get that vibe a little bit.
Well, then that adds like a whole layer I was not anticipating for this fake account.
I mean, I'm not finding anything on his personal life about a girlfriend or that, or hey, maybe he's like a Nick Swartzen where it's like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Early on, I was using an image of like a fake person that I found off of Google when I searched John Lovett's son.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this guy like comes up. He's wearing like a button-up shirt. Doesn't look anything like John Lovett, but for some reason, when you search John Lovett's Jr. or son,
that's who comes up.
populates.
Yeah, I don't know. I get that feeling. I have a feeling he's probably kind of like
Gay by
what's his name?
default.
No, it's like that guy who was in Baskets.
Zach Galifianakis.
No, the other one who played his mom.
Oh, Louis Anderson.
Yeah, kind of. It definitely came out later that Louis Anderson was gay. He just never wanted to talk about it. I think Lovitz is kind of in that same camp, which is fine. I could see it, whatever. But I could kind of see that. It's weird with Nick Swartzen. He's playing live, by the way, in Parks in April. That's in
What about him?
He's playing live near me in Parks Casino. I'm tempted to maybe see him.
What does Nick Swartzen have to do with any of this?
He's kind of the same way where he kind of, I think, might be gay, but I don't think he wants to talk about it, or he's just like...
Well, don't you remember that character from Reno 911? On the
yeah, I'm almost positive he is, I would say, with Swartzen. I think he's kind of alluded to that, but I don't think he likes to talk about that. I don't know. He's a confusing person. He could just be like,
I never really thought about it, but I could see it because, like I said, he played that gay character on Reno 911, and even his leading man Bucky Larson stuff with Christina Ricci felt very awkward and not,
Also, he's like a bro. He's got this bro vibe to him.
I don't know, he always felt like a fake bro, though.
I don't know. I think he is kind of like a bro. He's like
sports
like
he just led into that because he knows Adam Sandler's market, and he was kind of directly connected to it.
The thing with him is, I feel like if he had the opportunity, he'd be like, I mean, maybe he wasn't gay. I don't know if he's gay or not, but like, I think he'd be crushing with women here. I think he chooses not to. You would hear about that in his bits if he was into women. I feel like, that's what I feel like with him. Something's up there, but hey, what can you do? It's all good with me. Dune, man. I saw Dune in the description of this video. You can watch my review. Saw Dune. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Spoilers. I can't say anything more than that. No spoilers. I don't want to spoil this movie.
Well, how do you spoil something that's based on literature, already has
it is based on literature
version of it out, and at best it'll be like an adaptation.
The Spice. Yeah, so The Spice Must Flow, the U.S. box office, Dune Part 2 crushed it. $12 million on the Thursday previews. This is already it's going to be a big hit. It was really fucking good.
Villanueva's got a really good track record. I want his shit to do well. Unfortunately, I don't think the guy who had that fucking Skarsgård, uh, Braveheart type movie is gonna.
Oh, Eggers, Robert Eggers, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna follow the same
No,
trajectory.
no. This is. I mean, I read an interview with Denis Villeneuve where he says he was trying to make an adult Star Wars, and I think he kind of is like hitting on that. I think he really is. This movie is because I watched the first movie, the night before I saw this, and yeah, this movie is like a lot better.
Oh, you did
It's actually,
like a back to back.
well, I wanted to like have it fresh, so I watched it the night before.
Yeah, I remember before the
But this is
new
better, man. This is
the
way
new
better.
Lord of the Rings stuff came out, we would all like grind the extended version of the previous series.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of feels like the Two Towers in a sense. Not really. The Two Towers is obviously better than this, so I wouldn't say this is better than that. But it's just like it kind of feels like the Two Towers was all about the action. The big like half the movie is Helm's Deep, so big part of that movie is the action.
Yeah, the
This is
first
kind of
movie is a lot of just kind of predisposition, letting you
introduction
know.
and setup. Yeah,
Yeah, and the
world
third,
building.
I gotta say, the third feels a little bit like rushed and weird.
Yeah, the third
that
does
whole
feel.
sequence
The
where
movie's not that good.
the ghost
That's my issue with
people
it too.
come and just obliterate everything feels so cheap and lazy.
Yeah, and it's funny. There's things that are kind of like that in this movie that it felt like, like kind of like a MacGuffin, but it's done better. Like that whole part with Lord of the Rings, where like, yeah, the fucking ghosts come in and they kill everything really quick. Like, there's something like that in this, in a
It's
sense.
just
Not so much like that, but it doesn't feel like it. But remind me of like a MacGuffin, but in like a way better way. It didn't feel so a matter of fact.
it just lowers the relevance of everything that came before it immediately, and it's like this giant battle could have been avoided in like 5 minutes if they
Yeah,
showed up sooner.
there's definitely a thing with this movie that reminds me also of Game of Thrones, where like you got the dragons, you fuck shit up, and that's all I'll say. But yeah, this $12 million
Oh, I know
preview.
he rides sandworms, so you need to say anything about that. I
Yeah,
know
it's the same kind of thing. It's like
eventually.
the dragons are kind of equivalent to the sandworms a little bit, but
Yeah,
kinda not really though. They're kind of unruly, so it's way different. It's a different kind of creature. Like the dragons are totally like a pet, like a dog. Sandworms are very different in a sense. Or the Shala. What
oh
is it?
shit, when is that
Shai
next
Halud.
Game of Thrones adjacent series coming out with more shit?
I heard the summer, and I'm sure like Lord of the Rings is like just trying to avoid it. I'm sure I'm sure they're like, we just need to avoid any fucking connection to the Game of Thrones House of Dragon. House of Dragon season 2. I don't know if it's been slated yet. I don't think it's been slated yet.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it, but I gotta say, like the younger version of everybody was better when they started mixing in the older.
Yeah, it's coming out in the summer. So that's cool. That's a good thing to look. I mean, I'm sure it'll be good. Yeah, you know what though? I agree with you.
As
And
much as
then
I loved Game of Thrones,
the older cast started to grow on me too. So it's like it was kind of like that kind of started to grow on me.
as much as I love Game of Thrones, it kind of just the way it ended left such a sour taste in my mouth that part of the other version just felt better. I don't know. I don't mean like as a whole, just like the beginning of that was so much better than the tail end of Game of Thrones. Even though Game of Thrones, like first few seasons and everything, were just definitely better in general.
Yeah. You know what I'm also pissed about with this movie, especially with this fucking Christopher Nolan bullshit that's coming. Like, yeah, this movie would have, this Dune movie would have probably contested with Oppenheimer quite a bit for the
I know
Oscars.
this is like not a
Kinda
good
pissed
time
about that.
if you're releasing for award stuff because it's so early on.
It might not be bad because they could know, like, hey, there's not much good things happening in 2024. I could kind of see that. This might be actually like
I don't
not
know.
a
I
bad
just know
idea.
like with music and stuff, it would get forgotten about and lost in the shuffle if it came out so early in the year.
What I
And
think they're
then
gonna do,
there was other stuff where it came out like middle towards the end, where it
I think they'll
had so much
re-release
momentum
this.
already that nobody could even forget about how relevant it was for that time.
I think they're gonna re-release this movie twice. They're gonna re-release this movie in the summer again, and then I think they're gonna re-release it around November.
Well,
That's my
part of
prediction.
part of the reason it came out now was because of the strike and all these delays, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it would have like I don't know. It is still like a fantasy movie, so I don't know how much it would have contested with a Best Picture nomination kind of crap like Oppenheimer, but score and visual effects,
I
like it's
don't know,
gonna
it
fucking
seems like bad
gonna
timing to
clean up on
release
that
something
shit.
right before the Oscars where it doesn't like it won't be eligible for any of it.
Yeah, this actually might be the best score I've heard in the last like 20 years. Like maybe more. It's a fucking awesome fucking score. It's great. Hans Zimmer, man, it's fucking good. Like I know he works with Christopher Nolan, but and even those, like I don't like Interstellar, but I like that Interstellar, the songs in it for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, this person's saying this movie's good, but no Lord of the Rings or Inception. Oh, this is way better than Inception. Kind of sucked. I don't like Christopher Nolan. I don't get the love. Don't get the love. Not a fan. Very mediocre filmmaker. I don't
But
know.
you know what they both have
He's
in
very base
common?
level, man. Like at least like Denis Villeneuve is very he's got a psychological vibe to him. I think Nolan's like very base level. Like the Dark Knight trilogy sucks. That movie, those movies suck. Except for like a couple scenes, those movies are not good.
But you know
People
what
have
they both
been
have in common
hoodwinked on that one.
is the waif.
The wave, yeah.
You got Cillian Murphy in Inception.
Yeah, you got a wave, yeah. Well, no, he's not in that. Is he?
Yeah, he's the guy that they're trying to get into his brain and steal stuff.
Oh, okay. I know Cillian Murphy is in the first Dark Knight as the Sandman, so I guess it's a little love affair with him and Nolan.
Yeah, him and Nolan are fucking.
Oh yeah, big time. What's some Peaky Blinders going on
As
with
much as I
Nolan?
don't like Nolan, he
Peeking those
is like
blinders.
he's a big fan of this British painter that I like, Thomas Bacon, and he kind of just steals and rips off a lot of his stuff visually.
Well, I will say that's a good thing with filmmaking. There's a lot of filmmakers that will, and more cinematographers, but they'll recreate paintings. They'll recreate paintings, and that is a cool thing.
Yeah,
You know, like kind of
no,
taking art
he
from that. I mean, there's things about Nolan I don't mind. It's just I do think he's a douche.
no, he's definitely a douche, and he's living in that echo chamber of his own asshole. But when you admit to like stealing from people, then I have respect for that, because most people try and just get away with it, and then
There
everyone
is like,
calls them out.
all right, I gotta go into that now because this is now you're piquing my interest on this thing. I like this topic. There are filmmakers that use certain paintings, and I mean I know one that comes to mind is Quentin Tarantino has used a few things here. Here's Django right here. Here's the boy in blue. Yeah, let's go into it. Okay, paintings and films. Yeah, like Skyfall here has some references to some things here. Let's see. Hold on.
James Bond?
Oh, this is annoying. I wanted to go through the article, not watch a video. But I might have to watch a video. Let me turn off the sound. Yeah. There's some times where this all the Duelist right here. You could tell this. I mean, Ridley Scott, big art fan here. Yeah, look at
Oh, I didn't know this was the Duelist. I thought it was that fucking Joaquin Phoenix shit. What was that?
Yeah, this is his like first movie that got him famous, by the way.
You know what's funny? Didn't he?
I think that's also why he like likes Napoleon.
This is like Napoleon
fucking shot
before
here.
Napoleon.
I mean, honestly, that shot is like better than the painting.
Yeah, that looks fucking awesome. Wow, it doesn't even look
shot.
real. It looks like it's like a green screen or matte painting.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I'll say like that is really fucking good. Like Also, by the way, this is back when Ridley Scott didn't have to work for it, or had to work for it rather. Nowadays filmmakers don't have to work for it because you know, they got their name out there. Look at that. That's fucking great. Let's see some more here. Because there's some more.
What do
Oh
you
yeah,
work
yeah. This
for
is
it?
a
Like
famous.
try?
Well, yeah, they had to actually try. Yeah, so here we go. The Birth of Venus. That's a very popular
Who's
Botticelli.
in that? Who's in the shell?
Well, Terry
It's like
Gilliam.
Uma Thurman.
I was just gonna show you the painting first, but yeah, this is an incredibly famous painting here, and
Yeah, I've seen it
Terry
before.
Gilliam right here is
I
trying
had to
to.
take art history classes at UArts and stuff, and I've seen a lot of this shit without even wanting to. But who's in the shell though? It looks like Uma Thurman.
I'm not sure. It's 1988, so I'm not really sure. And I've seen the Baron Munchausen, but I don't really exactly remember who that is.
Yeah, doesn't it have a bunch of doors?
Yeah, it's kind of like a. I think it has some repeats from the Time Bandits in there. Not a good movie though. I'll say
Isn't
that.
it supposed to be
Not
like
really
a
good.
Don Quixote ripoff?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it is Uma Thurman, by the way.
I knew
You can
it.
see right
Yeah.
there.
Her daughter is really hot too. My Hawk from Stranger
Oh, yeah.
Things.
Oh yeah, and here we go. We got the Blue Boy from Thomas Gainsbourg. It's a late 18th century painting. Cool. I mean, this is so obvious too. And I mean, Tarantino's even talked about it. Like that was what he wanted, inspiration here. Yeah, it's definitely there. Oh yeah, of course, The Last Supper here. I think this has been in a few different movies. Yeah, I know Inherent Vice used it. I kind of think this has been in other things besides this.
Yeah, there's a ASAP Rocky video that does the same
Oh
thing.
yeah, the Shaba, right?
I don't know if it's the Shadow Ranks video or it's
I
this
think it
other one
is.
with Playboy Cardi. But
They're all at the table. I think it is the Shaba video.
wait, there's a scene in Inherent Vice where they're eating pizza like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only saw this movie once, but I do
haven't
remember
watched
that.
a lot of that movie, but the few clips I saw, I'm glad I didn't.
Here's another great American painter here, Edward Hopper. It's kind of like the classic American painter. I do all his stuff is awesome. Like Nighthawks painting is really good, where they're at the diner. Here's House by the Railroad, and of course we got Psycho. You can honestly, even just looking at this house, it makes me think of Psycho before even seeing.
Yeah, Nighthawks is a classic. It's with the green kind of awning and
Yeah, it's a great painting. I mean, that he's one of those like painters that I feel like kind of sticks out to me, at least. Maybe because it's more modern in our American time.
I'll show you this channel that they like explain a lot of these paintings and stuff and who did it, and like this is another one.
Yeah, dude, this is another one for sure. Yeah, I've heard the name Andrew Wyeth, and the painting. I know about Days of Heaven. Also during Days of Heaven, Terrence Malick only wanted to shoot during the golden hour or the magic hour, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of vice versa. It's when the sun is setting or rising. So
Yeah, I saw it. I saw like an entire exhibition on this guy's stuff because my dad really liked his. He like just pretty much painted like barns in sort of. It looked like Connecticut or like Rhode Island or something.
It looks more. I don't know. It looks more
And
middle of the
a lot
country.
of his stuff is just like very desolate farmhouses in the middle of nowhere.
That's why it makes me think like.
And most of the
Nebraska.
time they're covered in snow.
It makes me think like Kansas or Nebraska. If but it's covered in snow, then it could be like like Massachusetts or something. But yeah, the Terrence Malick Days of Heaven, they only filmed at twilight or at dusk, and you could see it, and it really does look nice. I notice it all the time. Anytime I'm like out during that hour where the sun is kind of on the horizon, and you have these really long shadows because the sun is like base level with like the earth, so you get some really nice looking stuff. I notice all the time. Like
I don't
everything
know
looks
Days
the
of
nicest
Heaven,
around
but
there.
it looks also a lot like the one with Martin Short where they go on a killing spree.
Yeah.
What's that movie? Fuck.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget
The movie's really good.
Pacific here by Alex Colville. Yeah, I can kind of see this a little bit, but this is a little bit different. I don't know. I'm getting more of a night vibe with the heat than that. Oh yeah, of course, Lars von Trier is gonna use, old paintings, and yeah, I remember this. I don't know this painter, but I don't know the painter name, but I've seen the painting
Outlands.
itself.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, this is awesome looking though. Great
The
painting.
movie's really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. That's what's good, man. When art inspires filmmaking, it's always nice. It's a
The
cool
aliens
little
has
thing.
to be an influence on like natural born killers. There's no way it's not.
Yeah, but that's that. Well, speaking of yeah, now let's go from
Bonnie and
nice
Clyde's a
art.
good old movie too, with Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, and Gene Hackman. The
Yeah,
movie's good for the time, and like a little bit of gore, like more than you would expect.
yeah, more. Yeah, that's definitely true. You wouldn't expect it to be bloody in the end.
Yeah, like
All right.
they have these like Tommy guns, and people just get like 40. Like they just keep shooting.
Oh,
You get
dude.
shot like 20 to 30 times.
Well, also, I mean,
This is what I like about Miller's
I'm not gonna put
Crossing.
this up, but I'm not gonna put this on the screen. But you can go look at the Bonnie and Clyde death photos, and yeah, there's like a million bullet holes in them.
You remember
Like
we went on this?
that's
I'll
some
never
real
forget it. It's
shit.
like a very weird class trip where we went
Yeah,
and like
that's a real photo.
met
You
with
can go
some
see it.
kind of police station or something and examined all these old cases of like murder and stuff. One of them was the Lindbergh baby, and like they had these like fake like museum almost
That was definitely a
exhibits
ritual
where you would go and
sacrifice.
see
Yeah.
like a crime scene. I was like, this is really weird and
That was definitely a ritual
strange. It's like
sacrifice.
a bedroom, and there's like all these blood prints all over, and then it's like, hey kids, like try and figure out who killed who.
Mm.
It was a weird class trip.
Well, speaking of weird and speaking of shitty, I got an inside look at the Rings of Power. Here's an inside look at what's going on with the Rings of Power season 3. There you go. That's the inside
Was that
look.
L. Ron Hubbard?
That's Jared. That's Tolkien, man. That's Tolkien, man. That's Professor Tolkien.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
You
I got
love
some new
green
ones for
screens,
that.
man. You gotta love them.
Gotta love those clips. Yeah, the Rings of Power, man, apparently signs a new deal with Amazon. I kind of don't know
Oh
if I
my
buy
god,
it.
I'm so surprised given what I
I don't
thought
buy it.
were the not the reviews, but the ratings and everything. Like were really
I
enough
think
people
they're trying
watching
to
this
fake
shit
it,
to
man.
have more be made?
I think it's like, like fake it till you make it. I think that's what this is. They're trying to like remember this is pretty good, right? We're actually giving them the season, and then they might not. Kind of don't buy it. Yeah, when season 1 of the Rings of Prime, the Rings of Prime is how I refer to this, came out and debuted, it was a disaster. This was a fucking disaster. This is one of the most expensive shows that in history of TV, with one of the most beloved IPs, with obviously, J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. So when this happened, there was all these expectations for it to be good, and they completely fucking failed. Most people didn't watch. I know you only saw the first episode, right?
I think I got 2.5 in, and then you told me to like just stop where you're at. Like, don't go any further. I've seen what's coming, and
Yeah.
I don't want you to experience it, which I appreciate. That's one of the more
Yeah, I watched
charitable.
it. I would never tell anyone to watch it.
It's
Like,
one of the more
no.
charitable events of my life. Somebody just looking out. Spare me
If
this
you like,
horrific.
if you like Lord of the Rings, you've not seen Rings of Power. Yeah. Like,
Did you
don't
write it
watch
out like
this.
Ahsoka and finish
I
it?
wrote it. I wrote it out. Yeah, I would say honestly,
Yeah, man, you're a glutton for punishment.
Ahsoka was probably better than this. That's also the sad part. That's like not a good show and very like stupid, and still was actually
Yeah, and
probably
also at
more
least
interesting.
Ahsoka
Which is
provided
really sad.
easy material to talk about. Like this felt like it would have been a struggle to have to decipher whatever weird plot points they're coming up with. That isn't it based on like fan fiction or some shit?
No, it's apparently. I mean, they don't own much rights. They only have the rights to the appendixes of Lord of the Rings. That's also the weird thing. They don't have the rights to They don't have the rights to the Lord of the Rings. They don't have the rights to the Hobbit. They have the rights to the appendices of the Lord of the Rings. They don't have the rights to. It's like the weirdest thing they actually have the rights of. So they can't say Hobbit, and they don't. They can't say Gandalf, and they don't.
Where to start a chapter at? It's not like actual material, right?
They also have this, like, I think they're riding the line of getting sued, personally. Like, they're really, I mean, and if I was them, I think I would. Like, if I was Amazon, I would just say, like, yeah, this is fucking Gandalf. Just ride the line until he gets sued. I'm sure they have the money to fight the battle. You know, like, that's what I would do. But, yeah, it's been a fucking flop. Yeah, most people didn't watch this. They ruined the characters, and they spit on the fucking lore, which is offensive, like, highly offensive when you have some people that love this franchise, me being one of them. Yeah, The Rings of Power was a massive flop that most viewers gave up on. Actually, only a third of the people who watched the first episode finished the show. That's like, that's really almost for like canceling any show. But because there's so much money putting into to own those little tiny rights of the appendices, Amazon's not giving up. They put in like $1 billion to get the rights. So they got to like push forward. And also at this time, I don't know if you remember, but Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon came out during the same time period and fucking raped them in the fucking ass. It was like a domination. It was like the Pulp Fiction scene where they're, you know, fucking Ving Rhames, you know, like that's exactly what was happening here. It was like a obliteration.
Probably not something we want in the rotation.
Yeah, not gonna show that, but Rings of Power was like the gimp getting fucked. You know, I mean, that's all you can think about. Rings of Power was getting fucked.
I think we're all lucky though that Bruce Willis was smart enough to not pick the chainsaw and pick the ninja sword instead.
Oh yeah, that samurai sword
helped set up Uma Thurman for the
that's true.
Next 6 movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, man, how like Kill Bill was so good. You know, like,
yeah, I recently watched it. The part where she's fighting the like girl in the schoolgirl outfit with the spike ball on a chain, and that actually is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it was like when I watched Dune,
like a broken piece of wood with the nail in it and slams into her head, and then blood pours out of her eyes.
Yeah, like there's only been a few times where I've left the movie theater in my life where I've been like, oh, I just saw something that was like fucking film history. And I would say like Lord of the Rings, like as soon as I saw like the first movie, I was like, yeah, that was like, this is gonna be like going down in film history. Same thing with Dune, same thing with Kill Bill.
Well, hold on. We saw that fucking Asian dildo riding movie with one.
Yeah, I don't think that goes in there.
That's film history.
Yeah, I don't think that goes in there. But there's sometimes when you leave a movie,
you're
like, I just saw
walking out of theater for that it was gonna win all these fucking awards.
I mean, I would say
watching that movie, this is gonna win 80 Oscars.
I also would say like Godzilla -1, that newest Godzilla movie. That's kind of like I walked out of the theater like, yeah, I saw something fucking special. You know, there's only a few times that you can actually say that. That's that newest Godzilla Japanese Godzilla movie.
The one where like Godzilla's got these pink crystals growing out of its body.
Yeah, that's like, and it has it's funny. It has this like tension to that. Like it grows up his body, then he like destroys fucking shit. So. While it's growing up his body, it's actually like some tension that's building in the scene. So it actually had like a story device, which is surprising to see. Like we didn't see any of that with the American Godzilla. There's no story device with that. It's just fucking bullshit.
The weirdest and the same thing was the Matthew Broderick one.
Yeah, that was a fucking that was a Jurassic Park ripoff.
There's all these like Godzilla eggs that hatch and they're all like flying around like bats. It's
they're
so
raptors too.
Strange.
Remember, there's like raptors that were like just rip off of Jurassic Park. There's like little like the teenage ones are raptors, which was
reminds me of
rip off.
I think Tremors 3.
Yeah, they have
the Tremors become raptors,
right.
And it's fucking awesome. Like it's not a good movie.
Oh, that's better than Godzilla.
But it's like really interesting and weird how
Godzilla.
They changed it all up. You know, because I mean, Tremors are known for being subterranean worm. Almost, you know what? Actually, they're like Dune ripoffs.
Yeah, no, I think Tremors 3 though is probably
Oh
the
shit!
better
You know,
one
it
after
never
1.
actually occurred to
It's 1
me
and 3.
until now that like Tremors is a Dune ripoff.
Kinda, yeah.
And so is
Pretty much is.
Beetlejuice with the sandworms.
They got the sandworms for sure. Yeah. No, and also like I mean definitely because Frank Herbert wrote that book in the 50s. So yeah, definitely.
Do
I'm
you
sure.
think
And
there's going to
I
be any more
know.
Beetlejuice
I
movies?
mean, I know Tim Burton read that shit. He's that kind of guy for sure.
I could see Jenna Ortega being the Winona Ryder part.
Dude, Jenna Ortega, if she was the Zendaya character, that would be so much better. Because she's like pretty. I don't find like Zendaya's
Wasn't
not
she an
pretty.
ex?
Yeah. Like Zendaya is not like. I mean, she's pretty in a. She's kind of cute, but like, I don't know. You kind of want like a hot actress in there. I mean, I don't want to get. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say anything more.
There's a lot of Zendaya people who are going to come after you for these comments.
I want to say something about,
especially
movie
after she
Dune
showed
2.
up to that event in some honestly Met Gala looking shit where she looked like a mech warrior with see-through clothes, but it's like it could be see-through all you want. There's nothing to really show off, you know.
Yeah, there's not much there.
She's
Yeah,
flat
so
and she has no ass, and
oh yeah,
if you don't like her face, then
yeah, she doesn't have the greatest face.
what
either.
is there really, you know?
Yeah. Also, by the way, we're now still trying to figure out what's going
This
on with
bitch,
season 2.
this motherfucker is like mid as hell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's not much that's come out with this. Everything we've kind of seen has been like mediocre. We haven't seen anything. There's been nothing that's come out. I mean, everyone thought maybe there'd be a Super Bowl trailer. There was no Super Bowl trailer.
You're not looking it up. Like you're not.
No. There's no news coming out. There's no trailers. There's no this. Filming was apparently wrapped up.
So they're gonna do more of it, but not promote it at all.
Well, that's what we don't know. We don't know if it's even coming out this year. It's supposed to come out this year. I don't think it will. There's no Super Bowl ad like there was for season 1. They had a big Super Bowl ad. The uncertainty is really there. There's rumors that it actually wrapped up filming, but then there's rumors that it hasn't. But then this came out, which is crazy amidst all the uncertainty, which is questionable. It came out that like 2 days ago that they signed a deal for season 3, which is fucking confusing. You know, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power showrunners begin work on season 3. Sign a new deal to work with Amazon. Amazon is doubling down on I'd say this is tripling down. They're tripling down on Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. The fucking bastards. Total fucking shit show.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yeah, I think this season's still not guaranteed. I think this is like bullshit. They're trying to like get people to be on board here. That's kind of how I feel. They're trying to make you think this is gonna work. Patrick McKay and JD Payne, these are fucking people who should be rotting in hell. Showrunners of The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, are extending their partnership with Amazon as the duo has signed a 3-year deal. 3 more years. 3 more years. Just like Biden's going to get, right? In November. 3 more deals. 4 more years. Amazon confirmed the news in a press release obtained by IGN today. Deal also launches McKay and Payne's new production company, dubbed 1040 Productions. What a terrible name. Terrible name. Terrible people. We began this remarkable journey with JD and Patrick more than 5.5 years ago and have never looked back. It says Amazon Studios. Oh, God. I'm looking back and I'm saying this is a really bad idea. Really, really bad idea. Could have got fucking... You know he would have done it. You know he would have done it. You could have actually got Peter Jackson to consult on this or do something. You know he would have done it. He even said he would have. He said like when they came out with the idea of the show, they talked to him for like 5 minutes and then he never heard from him. You know he would have fucking loved to do this. or at least be involved. Like a producer, yeah, I'm sure he could have helped out. But I think they didn't want to hear the bullshit, even though they hired a Tolkien scholar who was going to serve as like a script consultant, who they fired for like no reason apparently. Like they just fired him because he was like, "Yeah, this is all bullshit." He's like, "You guys aren't doing anything right," and then of course he's fired. I mean, this was a fucking shame here. Amazon said in the announcement that McKay and Payne had begun to work on season 3, Rings of Power. We should note this is very, very early work. The writers' room has not even opened yet. And God, that writers' room's got to be a fucking atrocious. It's like going to Brooklyn at like 1 a.m. seeing, some trans, multi-gender, multi-race person that's in there. Probably 20 of them. Like fucking orcs. Like orcs in fucking the Misty Mountains. That's what this writer's room's got to look like right there.
I don't think orcs were trans. Everyone kind of knew they were,
You think so?
Superhuman men. I don't know.
Well, that's Uruk-hai.
I
don't know. Orcs are kind of transish. They're not like.
Peter Jackson was pretty good about not showing their genitalia.
Yeah, I mean, I think Uruk-hai are a little different. Well, if we're talking Helm's Deep, those are Uruk-hai. Talking like the Mines of Moria, those are orcs. You're talking like some of the Mordor scenes, those are orcs. Orcs are very like
the meme where people take a bowl of flour, put their hand in it, and then press it on
the Saruman on the dog. I seen it on the dog.
You're gonna have to do that live right now.
I don't have my dog here, but I would. I have a clip of it, though. Here's a clip. I found it quick. It took me like 2 seconds to find this. Who do you serve? Here you go. Who do you serve? Saruman. Saruman's a great character right there. What an awesome thing that we had Christopher Lee be Saruman. That's another thing. Like, you can't get that. Like, getting him to be Saruman is a fucking stroke of genius.
Viggo Mortensen almost had like some Alec Baldwin shit where that fight with him and Uruk-hai where he throws the shield at his neck and stuff.
Yeah, he had to bat it away. You
know, what the fuck? That sounds
and they kept that clip in the fucking movie, which is awesome.
That would have like either went straight into his neck or hit him in the face. Like that is psychotic.
Here we go. Here's a clip of that. This is how awesome the original series was. Right. This is why this shit was good. There you go. This is a guy explaining it to him, not even me.
Did you know, in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, during the fight scene between Lurtz and Aragorn, two pretty badass things happened, and they were both unscripted. The first of which is when Lurtz licks the blood from his sword. This was not in the script, but when the actor did it, it looked awesome, and they kept it in the film.
It's gross.
The second unscripted moment was when Lurtz throws his dagger directly at Aragorn's face. Lurtz was supposed to throw his dagger at Aragorn, but it was supposed to miss by a good deal, and later, with the help of a different camera angle, they'd make it look like it was a much closer call than it actually was. However, the actor playing Lurtz completely misjudged his aim and ended up throwing a metal prop knife directly at Viggo's head. Thankfully, due to Viggo's quick reflexes and apparently samurai-like swordsman skills, he deflected the knife, and no camera trickery was needed. Peter Jackson, of course, kept this in the film, as it's one of the most cool and authentic...
And also the part that, an awesome part, too, that's, by the way, in a Star Trek movie. Where Viggo like stabs him and then the orc like pulls himself onto the fucking blade, like kind of like, dude, that's from Star Trek, man. That's from Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's death in Star Trek is the same fucking scene. That's almost where like kind of ripped that off.
In Star Trek?
Tom Hardy in Star Trek Nemesis, man.
I don't know that shit.
I'm gonna play this clip for you, and
I don't know
understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Other than the Chris Pine, fucking Edgar Wright is in that shit. The Russian guy who's dead. Alice Eve. Spock is played by some motherfucker. I think he was in the first season of shit. What is that?
I'm trying to find the death clip here.
Fuck, what is that TMZ? Not TMZ. TMZ hard shit. Damn.
Shit, man, I can't find it. But it's exactly the scene as that Lurtz Amazon that Lurtz Lord of the Rings death where he pulls himself on the blade.
When they hired him, he must have thought he had a bigger part than he actually did, and like went out of his way.
I think he was a stunt coordinator. I think he was like one of those guys where he had a bigger part because of that. But yeah, Amazon fucking. This is a fucking.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yeah, that'll end that.
Okay.
It's bullshit, artist.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
What's the lineage of the Faramir's? It's Boromir, Faramir, and then the father who wants to burn one of the sons alive.
The Steward of Gondor, Denethor.
Yeah, I like the sequence where they give him like a plate of food and they show him like
the
eating
tomatoes
it all disgustingly.
Yeah, the cherry tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's so like degrading because the person talking to him is like presenting really dire information and he doesn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, it's funny. Someone talked about that. I saw like a message board thing where they're talking about how like, like Pippin says like, I don't have a song for any great halls. And then he sings a song that's for great halls. Like, it's kind of funny. It's like the exact opposite of what he just said 2 minutes before.
Well, it's because he got forced into it.
I guess
like
so.
He didn't want to. He didn't.
The song kind of felt fit.
Anything.
It kind of fit the situation, though. I mean, that's a great fucking scene where Faramir is riding to. What is it? It's not Minas Tirith. It's Minas. I forget what it is. It's one of those. It's a captured city by the orcs, but it's a Gondor territory, and all was lost right there. Faramir, captain for Gondor. Honestly, if you read the books, he actually probably is one of the best characters in the whole series too. Faramir's great.
Like, guilt and pressure he leads him to killing himself. Like going into a battle that he knows he's going to lose.
Yeah, but he also has a bigger role though, and just there's a lot more dialogue and like moments with Faramir in the books. He's like a big character.
I'll be back.
Oh yeah. What else I got here? I got some stuff here about the MCU. It's gonna come up right here. Gotta investigate this shit.
I'm just happy everyone got to see me. What the
Investigate 311.
Losing his mind.
So what are we doing here? We're gonna actually. What are we doing?
Well,
we talked about.
I'm going to show you what heroism is like.
Okay.
The hero that's going to save the girl.
You do. Whoa! Wow. Ah! Ah! God.
Come here.
No!
Come here. Come here.
No! We already did that.
You're showing your fear.
Okay. So what are we doing here? You're gonna actually.
We're going to go down. There's a train coming here soon. Imagine the girl tied on the railroad track there.
Okay.
I'm going to knock the train off the track. Let her wait.
What's it supposed to teach me about fear? To have no fear again?
Yes, because fear is stupid. Are you getting afraid?
I hear something coming, yeah.
That's it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
What are you doing? No, hey!
limited edition Star Wars Jeff Gordon Darth Maul Pepsi shirt. Andy's doing water curls. The fuck out of here.
Fear, F-E-A-R.
F-E-R.
That stands for false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Romance, you know what it stands for? It stands for relying on magnificent and necessary compatible energy. Relationship.
I said no gag gifts, and Julie gave me chode jeans, and I almost killed myself. What are chode jeans? Chode jeans. They're jeans for a chode. Size 54 waist, 10-inch legs, fucking junk. Julie gave them to me.
It was just a joke.
I almost... You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
What is it? What's wrong, sister? Oh, don't you give me that look!
Man, that bitch got herself a nice little dumper.
Bitch got herself a great little dumper right there. Yeah, Marvel. Gotta look in on Marvel here. Gotta look in Marvel. Here's a look in at Marvel from good old Joe.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yeah, an actor has come out and said recently some stuff here about Marvel. And this is quite a take here. Not surprised. I mean, Marvel has really had a really bad, 4 years. And it's funny, before that, had such a great 3-4 years. This is we're seeing the death. We're seeing the death of Marvel here. And it's rare to hear about this because you don't hear about it a lot. But probably the only person I've ever heard outside of this was Scarlett Johansson. And I think it was more about pay. I don't think it had anything to do with working. But Ray Winstone, who, by the way, kind of looks like he'd destroy a fucking bathroom. This guy's going to come into your bathroom and rip that shit up. He's that kind of guy. He's going to come in there. He's going to tear that shit up. It's going to be stinking for 3 weeks. That's what this guy kind of looks like. He's going to come in there. He's going to tear that bathroom up. If you work with this guy, it's going to stink for ages.
Ray Winston?
Yeah, Ray Winston.
From Gangs in New York?
Is he from that?
I thought it...
Are you sure about that?
No, that's Gleason.
Yeah. I don't think he's from... I can't say I really know what he's from.
Oh, he's from... fuck.
Sexy Beast, apparently, is a movie he's in.
Yeah, with the guy who
Oh,
played...
fuck, man. It's funny. When I see him younger, I totally know who he is. If you look at his IMDb and you see him younger, I'm like, okay, good. I fucking know what this is. Yeah, he looks fucking way old now.
That's with the guy who played Gandhi, who is just cursing everybody out nonstop.
He also was in Cats. He had a Cats role, which is terrible. So he did Marvel and Cats. So he's witnessed the shit. He recalls the soul-destroying experience while filming for Marvel's Black Widow. The actor played villain Dreykov in the Scarlett Johansson-led 2021 spy thriller. What a sad affair. Yeah, this was a badly received movie. I never heard anything good about this. It's one of those movies I only heard people say was just kind of mediocre, kind of bland. I heard anyone actually say oh, have you seen Black Widow? No one was talking about this movie. I think it could have been kind of the height of the pandemic too, so no one really cared. He said how the forced reshoots on this movie.
Black Widow. I thought it was Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, and the guy from Stranger Things that plays the sheriff is their father.
Yeah, he was the villain. This guy. He said the reshoots for this movie. Yeah, I guess so. I didn't see it. I can't say I've seen it. He said the reshoots for this movie felt like he was being kicked in the balls. That's the quote he had here. That's why I put it in our image for the screenshot here, being kicked in the balls. I mean, I feel like getting kicked in the balls when I'm watching anything Marvel. Like you watch She-Hulk, you feel like you're getting kicked in the balls. That just sort of comes with the territory. Welcome to the club, as white people like to say. That's what white people love to say. Welcome to the club. Ever notice that?
Or that there's that meme of James Franco getting hung, and he's looking over to the next person like, "Oh, this is your first time."
Yeah, exactly. White people love that kind of thing.
White people love climbing mountains, kayaking, and
I like kayaking. Come on, kayaking's great.
Is it?
Yeah, I own.
Is it better than just being in a boat?
Yeah, I own multiple kayaks. Big kayak fan.
So you get the same experience, but instead of just riding in a boat, you have to force yourself across the entire...
it's a workout. It's half a workout and half being out on the lake or river or pond. You know, the water spirits all around you.
You're part of the problem. You know, white people.
The water spirits all around. I'm like
getting these adventurous workouts, and they end up climbing, you know, like some shit they can't handle, and they fall down, they get frozen to death.
Nah, no, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm like the Cherokee soul, reinvigorated through America. That's what I feel every time I'm out there. I feel what is it? What's the Indians that are around here?
The spirit of all the dead Native Americans around.
Yeah, they all go through me, like Pocahontas. I'm like a Sith. They go through me, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, Ray Winstone remembers the soul-destroying experience for filming the MCU. It's funny how soul-destroying and getting kicked in the balls is what it feels like to watch these movies. It's funny to hear someone actually who acted in them saying that, because I agree with him. I totally agree with it. He's become the latest big name to criticize the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, during the lights of Francis Ford Coppola, who's made fun of the MCU, kind of saying like these aren't movies. Same with Scorsese, saying this is just the equivalent of like a
roller coaster.
Yeah, he's right. Like, I mean, there's nothing he said that was wrong.
I know, but they just feel it's got this like boomerangy to it where they're just, you know.
Yeah, when they say it kind of sounds like a douche thing to say.
Demographic hating on the newer generation of trash.
Yeah, I think if I was them, I would just not say anything. But they're not wrong.
But can we get where's the clip of Coppola and Scorsese saying how good of a director Dennis Villeneuve is? You know, like where's that fucking clip?
Yeah, they're not going to talk about that. They're not going to talk about how he's better than them.
I'm not saying better than them, but like, did you even go and fucking watch his stuff?
I mean, I'm sure if they've seen it, they would say they like it. I wouldn't doubt that they didn't like his stuff. Yeah,
unless they're just bitter assholes who don't want their
which I don't think is true.
To have any kind of competition.
I don't think that's true. I think they just don't think that. I mean, these Marvel movies aren't good. Come on, like they're not good movies. Like,
no, I'm talking about Villanueva and them.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they would have nothing bad to say about him. But for Marvel, I get why they'd have bad things to say. These aren't like highbrow movies. These are, again, like exactly what they said. It's like a Disney ride where it's not like a roller coaster, but it's kind of like that little move along ride where they kind of get everything out. It's that kind of shit.
What do you think they have to say about Poor Things?
I don't know. I mean, they might like it. They might like some things, but I don't know if I don't think I
like it. Just
neither one of them I could see really liking it, because they kind of like a little bit more of a, I don't know, a little bit more of a realness. Like Poor Things, like when you look at it, even the trailer, even just like knowing about it, I've never seen it, but it just feels kind of super fictionalized, hyper reality. So very fake. You know, both Coppola and Scorsese make very grounded movies. So I don't know about them. They're very grounded, you know?
Emily and City of Lost Children stuff, it made perfect sense to me. Like that is like just from the trailers I've seen, I totally get it.
Yeah, that's that same realm of Poor Things. Yeah. But again, is that grounded? No. Like, I mean, you look at every single Scorsese movie, every single Francis Ford Coppola movie, they're very grounded in reality. So I don't know if they would like it. I mean, they might appreciate it. I don't really know their taste, but
I don't know. He did
not like their shit.
That's pretty.
No, but even then, like the majority of that movie is kind of grounded. Aside from the majority of the movie is grounded, and actually even like
how weird and abstract it can be at times, it's still based in something. Yeah,
that kind of like that's why it's weird is because the movie's mostly grounded, and then these weird things really weird you out. So like all those abstract scenes kind of take you away from the groundedness, which was on purpose.
And that's what makes the like dream sequences and stuff more impactful, because it's it's not like just some shit to be weird. It's like a psychosis being generated or something,
And here's what Ray Winstone has said about this movie. It was fine until you have to do the reshoots, he said. Then you find out a few producers have come down and your performance is too much. It's too strong. That kind of sounds like he's trying to hype himself up. The way Marvel works, it can be soul-destroying because you feel like you're doing great work. The actor revealed he was ready to give up on the project altogether. I actually said, you ought to recast it because that was it for me. And you end up doing it again because you're contracted to it. Otherwise, you'll end up in court. It's like being kicked in the balls. So, very interesting.
Yeah, I like Ray Winston a lot. He's in this Australian Western. Oh, fuck. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's really good.
With Guy Pearce?
Yeah. Guy Pearce is in it.
What is that? I know the movie you're talking about. I just don't know the name.
It's really fucking good.
The Proposition.
Yep. Yeah. That shit is that, and that movie with Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf.
You ever seen Bone Tomahawk? You ever seen Bone? That was a good Western of recent times.
Yeah, no, we watched Bone Tomahawk, but I'm
a little more grindhousey.
Liquor Running movie.
Yeah, that movie like never gets talked about. That's a good movie. I really liked it. You never hear anyone mention it though.
Lawless, I think it's called.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that shit is fucking really good. And Guy Pearce he
had a good villain part.
Such a disgusting, cold motherfucker. He is good at playing a villain.
Yeah, even in the Alien movies, the Prometheus and other crap, like he was good at the villain. Yeah, he was good as a villain. I like him in that role.
Did you ever see
here we go.
Time Machine? That was like one of his first starring roles.
Yeah, I also like the book. The H.G. Wells book is great. So I'm a big fan of the Time Machine. Yeah, I thought that movie was kind of
a movie. There's like all these.
The book is like the book is really good.
Subterranean, and
the Morlocks.
It's like
the Morlocks.
Part of the day where they hunt and they get all like they come up from the ground and like
the Morlocks
pull all of them down to their like tunnels, almost like they're tarantulas.
It's a better book than the movie.
Moomba, who was a British pop star at the time, is in the movie.
Definitely a better book than movie. And it's been made into a movie, I think, twice. Maybe more. But I know twice. I know there's an old Time Machine movie. But yeah, the Guy Pearce one's okay.
Where he's going to propose to his wife, but then he gets murdered, and it happens like 3 or 4 different times.
Yeah.
But he can't correct it, which is sort of like I don't know, like some
Doctor Strange, shit right there.
Yeah,
some Marvel some MCU shit there.
Yeah, it is. It is like some multiverse stuff.
Kind of is. It really is. Ray Winstone has said being in a Marvel MCU film was soul destroying because producers wanted to tone down his performance, and I guess he wanted to keep it at his level he wanted to do. He tried to quit the role of the Black Widow as villain Dreykov. But when they asked for reshoots, he couldn't refuse because of contract obligations. That's terrible. What a terrible time to live there for old Ray Winstone. I mean, he looks old too. Emphasis on old. Motherfucker.
Yeah, he looks a lot different than when I've seen him because he's all gray now. I think he was You know, like the last time I saw him, shit was.
Yeah, for me, it was like years ago. But yeah, here's looking on Marvel Studios that's going on right now. There's a live look.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what's my last thing here? I got one more thing here. One last thing here. This is Madam Web. Madam Web star Isabela Merced blames fans and that.
Dakota Johnson or whatever had a press release where she said, "If you don't pronounce it, Madame, I'm not going to show up for the interviews."
She said that, really?
Yeah,
I'm surprised she said that. Yeah, because I mean, this was this is undeniable. This was a fucking gigantic flop. There's no secret. There's no secret there. This was like a gigantic mess. There's not going to be any. I think Sony's kind of fucked. Like they're gonna have a hard time doing any more of these, like off-brand Spider-Man movies. It's just not working. This is a big.
How many more off-brand Spider-Man movies are you anticipating?
Well, we had Morbius. We have Craven coming. We had the Venom movies.
I didn't know.
Another Venom movie. There's a lot of off-brand Spider-Man things going on here.
I didn't know that constituted off-brand Spider-Man. I thought you just meant Spider-Man, but a different.
It's a weird thing. It's a rights issue. Spider-Man is Marvel, and Disney owns the right to Marvel.
What things you listed? Morbius and what else?
Well, yeah, let me go through it. So, like, Marvel is owned by Disney right now, but back in the 80s, Marvel was kind of strapped for cash. So they sold the rights to Spider-Man to Sony. So that's why Sony owns Spider-Man and kind of the Spider-Man universe. So, like, all the Spider-Man villains, like Venom, Carnage, Craven, Madam Web is involved. So there's this weird collection of.
Isn't there a Craven movie with the?
That's coming out soon. From I know what you're talking about, and something. He's in that Godzilla movie.
Kick-Ass.
He's terrible. He's not a good actor.
The guy from Kick-Ass who plays Elizabeth Olsen's brother, and they're both, I think, Russian in
big
the
time
Marvel
MILF
series.
Big time MILF hunter too. He's got
that guy. Yeah, that guy's fucking like either she's I don't know. Is she a director,
50,
or like a producer, or
I don't know, but she's probably a lot older now than when he was with her. So something's going on there. But he's spinning some webs. He's spinning out some web slingers, I'm sure. But so is Madam Web. Web slingers all the way to the bank.
Should give tax write-offs for younger men who have sex with women over a certain age. Because you're not gonna then apply for like government aid on your pregnancy stuff. You know, we need like the inverse of that.
Yeah, no condoms needed.
Not
a bad thing.
40 and I'm fucking somebody in their 60s to 70s. I need to get something back. You know?
No, you know, man. I have to say I've partaken in that situation, and it's a free flow. No worry about a condom.
60 to 70?
Not that level, but
no, I said 60 to 70. I'm trying to tap into like retirement savings and funding based on like your health insurance coverage and
But outside the realm of pregnancy, not bad.
I knew Dakota Johnson would show up with some heat bang fucking shit. I don't like this at all. Like she just seems like a huge asshole.
Big cunt.
It was fun. It was kind of the same on set. It was like a similar dynamic on set to in the movie where I really love them and I care for them, and they also annoy me.
They annoy me too.
Yeah.
And also, now this came out recently.
It was fucked up, and I took it too lightly. Dropping cunt just casually every now and then does not go over well. Like that is
that's a no
like,
word.
If George Carlin was still around, that would be on the top 5 to 10 of.
I think that was on his list. Remember, he had a list where he couldn't say it in his comedy act. That was on the list.
But it's like needed more than ever,
Sure. Yeah, and also there that came out recently that there was an actress from Madam Web that, and the funny thing is this: I'm just gonna spoil this. This is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. But none of this feels fake because the world we live in today. Like, that's the crazy part. It came out that there's apparently a star who was saying that they're blaming everything on the fans. And nowadays it's so fucking easy to believe that because we have people who've done that. That's the crazy part. I mean, look at this. Here's this quote. This is fake. This is from a Marvel Studios fan group on Facebook from this girl named Victoria, who is obviously bullshitting this or repeating some other bullshit. But blame the fans. Isabela Merced says Madam Web failed for one simple reason, for the same reason that the Marvels or Birds of Prey have failed, because the male audience still hides a deep contempt for everything that is starring a strong, independent woman or women. So the actress of Peruvian origin, which is going to offend everyone right there. That's offensive. These fucking Peruvian bitches here. Says James Gunn said that she just accepted to be Hawkgirl in Superman Legacy because she read the script where Lois Lane is the real protagonist. Superman is just a symbol. She's the ideal brought to action while a normal woman and is real.
She reminds me of the lead in the Terminator movie.
I think she's attractive. I think she's good.
Either 3 or 4 in the series.
Yeah, but I mean, this is
Terminator.
fake.
All of set was all encompassed with the Spanish family, and the father becomes the the guy in the second one where his arms are liquid swords and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
the
know.
father becomes like all liquid sworded. Shout out to RZA, who's from
RZA, Liquid Swords.
Yeah, actually, I saw RZA at the PNC Bank right before.
He lives like down the road from me too, so I see him.
Yeah, Xavier. Xavier had some big ass cities, by the way. She was she probably was like held back 3 or 4 years. That's why.
But I'd say 2 years ago he bought another house, and that's the one that's right like a block away from me. So he's got a house over here, right next. Honestly, like within walking distance.
That I saw him, that Asian movie he was making, something with like
Ronin,
like a Ring Fist or some shit.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, not good.
It was just like a Quentin Tarantino ripoff of
like way lower level though.
Shit that just came out. Like he was just riding the coattails of all that
whole scene.
And then I think it was like Rings of the Iron Fist or something where
that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Somebody cuts his arms off, and he's like a really good blacksmith. And he creates his arms. Which I don't know how you can even have enough energy to like
recreate arms.
No, but like have your shit cut off and then apply it back to yourself.
Yeah, and also, but even this, hearing this, even though this is fake,
I like
I
this
know
photo
this is fake
because it looks like she's about to scream at somebody.
Yeah. Well, even like I got her photo in my little thumbnail here, and it looks like the same thing. Like here's the photo I found of her, and it looks like she's about to like bitch somebody out.
Is this like Ziegler Jr.?
I was gonna get to that. It does kind of feel like that's the thing is like hearing this and seeing this like blaming the fans has actually happened. We have Brie Larson, we have Rachel Zegler.
Itself, you know.
And then last week we talked about a Disney executive literally blamed fans for their failure. A Disney executive literally said how, because of the racist and sexist fans, that's why we've lost money on the streaming platform, which is absolutely fucking absurd.
I mean, you can really trace it all back to Amy Schumer's special bombing. And
that was a big part of it, man. You're honestly really right. She started blaming. That was the first time they blamed
reviews and stuff to show
that was the first review bomb.
It was.
Yeah, that was the
it's
review
really just
bomb.
like trying to rewrite history.
Yeah, they called it like I'm getting bombed, a review bomb by all these trolls, but really it was just because people fucking hated it. But this was fake news. This never actually came out. I think it was all hearsay, which is no. Again, like it's sad that like you read that and you're like, I'm not surprised if someone said that because I assume all these actors say that. The trolls are in overdrive here, which is I'm cool with those trolls. Go trolls. The 22 actress. Wow, 22. Nice. That's some young shit there. Recently starred in Sony's Marvel Madam Web that bombed big time at the box office. And she's apparently starring in Superman Legacy, which I think is going to be recalled as just Superman. James Gunn has said it's just going to be called Superman. She's going to play Hawk Girl. I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know comics enough. But she did come out and say this, and she's like, I'm just existing, and people are spreading fake quotes, ? And believing them, ? With no real source, ? We need lessons on media literacy, period. This is crazy, says Isabela Merced. Okay. That's what she said. So that's Isabela Merced. I don't know if you care about Isabela Merced. I don't know anything about her.
I'm assuming
she. Yeah, I mean she's no Zegler.
Got potential.
I mean that whole situation is weird, man. It's a weird situation.
Weird.
Got a clip for that. But yeah, man, that's everything for tonight. That's all I got. That's all I got tonight. Go see Dune. I love it. So we'll see Dune once it dies down. And then I want to do like
I'm not trying to go there with a bunch of fucking families of 5 with onion sandwiches and
no onions, no peppers.
They're taking up the seats that I actually want to sit in.
Oh, when I went,
what is your ideal seat, by the way? Can you show like the plot of seating? Because I know you did for Doll Dykes on Acid or whatever that movie was.
Let's see if there's like a showing right now. I could show you live.
I want to be like center mid, but not too far in and not too far back. You know.
Well, here's a showing right by me here that is happening at 9:35, and it's still not a full theater. But I would have picked like this right here. If you see my mouse, like right here is where I would have picked. Like row E, right in the middle. E 8 and 9.
I want to be right around the handicap people
best from the sign.
One,
honestly, even that handicap spot isn't bad.
Not going to get shot up right away, and 2, they probably have the best access points to get out.
Yeah, this spot where they're sitting isn't bad either.
You know, say somebody got the wrong time slot.
That's not a bad spot.
They thought it was, somebody dressing in a Joker outfit for Batman 3. I want to at least have the ability to get out of there quickly.
Yeah, that's a spot right. Even this right here, not a bad spot. I mean, you can take these, just pretend to be retarded when we walk in. That's all you gotta do.
The best advice I can give to anybody:
these 2 handicap spots.
Know your exits.
Right. Still, it's not a full theater.
Rampant school and general shootings. As soon as you get into space, know your access points and know the best way to get the fuck out of there.
Let me take a look at the Freehold AMC here. What's going on? I want to see because that's more filled than I thought. But still, it's funny how you see. I think movies are just dead. Like going to see the theaters are just dead.
Yeah, you know what's weird? It's like I haven't been to the mall in like 20 years or so, but I still have dreams sometimes where I'm locked inside of it and I'm like running up and down, trying to get out. And I don't know if you remember like those little hallways where like people that worked in the place could access it and go out like to the parking lot. I'm trying to open them and they're jammed and shit. And then I go to the front and it's got this like metal grate in the front that's been rolled down and I can't pull it up.
Yeah. No, yeah. And look at this. This is an AMC in Freehold, and this also isn't that filled. This is happening right now. Like this is theater
it looks
showing
pretty full. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's pretty full, but there's still like, I remember like going to see movies where this whole place was packed. This doesn't happen anymore. You could still get like, even right here isn't a bad seat.
Yeah, even that's what we said for like Alien versus Predator, and I feel like most people who saw that fucking movie didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, right here where I just selected, that's not a bad seat. Still available. You know, even right here, honestly, right in the back.
Wait, hold on.
It's not a bad
There's
seat,
no
man.
exits on the back. Do they show exits?
Yeah, there's exits right here through the rows. There's 2 exits. These
Oh.
rows. But like
Okay,
even
so
right here
those
where I chose,
cripples-
not bad
I'm
spots.
sorry, but those cripples are gonna get trampled. They don't.
What
They
else
don't
is
stand a
showing here?
chance.
What else is showing here? What do we got at old let's see what they got going. They got Dune, they got the Bob Marley. I think you could smoke pot in the theater too for the Bob Marley. That's like accepted. You can light up.
So.
You
That
can
would,
light
that
up
would be
and
one
then
of the few reasons to go and see it.
be the only reason, right? You can go see Ordinary Angels, some religious movie at 9:40. Madam Web is still playing.
Wait, hold on. Is Ordinary Angels related to that Mark Wahlberg fucking Jesus app that's been going around?
No, it's kind of related to that.
Have you seen that commercial where it's like, "Hey, I'm here with Jesus," and Mark Wahlberg's just with like this fake-looking Jesus guy, and it's like this pay-to-pray app. It's so disgusting.
Here's Ordinary Angels. Here's the trailer.
My name is Sharon, and I'm an alcoholic with a splitting headache.
I've been alone,
Joe Crow, nice.
My advice:
long way.
find a reason to be here that's bigger than you are.
I read about this
Oh, shit, it's
family
the
paper.
Boys Don't
I
Cry
think
Day.
this is it.
It's not lesbian anymore.
You have a situation.
Got a big
Mom,
fucking
we're pretty
chin.
for mommy.
Well, maybe just a little off the cheeks.
Nothing makes you happy.
God is here with us right now. And we are here with you.
Something about that little girl without a mom, sick, and the family's blood dry from all the hospital bills. I think I'm supposed to help. Hi, Sharon.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to come by and give you this.
I just made dinner if you want to stay.
Would love to.
This is simple Southern folk.
I met this woman. She's a mess.
Perfect. She'll fit right in.
400,000 plus in medical bills. All 3 credit cards maxed out. And your income's only $3,600 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
That's not good, Ed.
No, ma'am.
I heard talk.
I'm
By the
gonna put
way,
together-
there is talk about this guy being the next Batman.
This reminds me of that
Guy's a big dude.
Louis Roberts movie where
Yeah.
she's a lawyer and
Yep.
Aaron Brockovich.
Aaron Brockovich, yeah.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
Yeah, I get the vibe of by the way, this guy might be the next Batman, and he is a fucking big dude. I can kind of see that.
Their press kit for corporate donations, that kind of thing. Smile. Girls, help your daddy out. I've owned 4 small businesses. I'm good at plenty of things. Taking no for an answer ain't one of them.
Daddy's in over his head.
You're asking us to reduce the family's medical bills due to hardship.
No, I'm asking you to erase them. All of them. Was that funny?
My belly hurts.
Oh, you want to go on an adventure?
Michelle will need to fly 700 miles to the Children's Hospital.
Are you telling me we need a plane now?
How exactly do you recommend we get a plane, Doc?
I'll get you a plane, I promise. We are going to save this girl, you hear me?
We're going to need a lot of shovels.
This is our last chance. If we don't take it, Michelle dies.
How did it become your responsibility to save her? Because I'm here. Because I can.
Wow, what a beautiful movie. Space.
This is like Hallmark Channel shit.
Kind of feels like Hallmarky. People are
I work with
begging
is
for that kind
like
of shit.
really into all just like
My name
Hallmark
is
Channel stuff.
Who?
Somebody I work with, and it's like, I like every time I'd see like these weird, like
Are they religious? 'Cause there's a lot of Christian
movies and shit. I was like, who the fuck is watching this? It's like I finally know,
No, I think there's actually a lot of people because I think there's a big Christian connection to those movies, and I think that's who watched it. I think there's a Christian.
Well, speaking
thing.
of that, remember the Super Bowl commercial with Jesus washing everyone's feet and all that?
Yeah.
$10 million spent.
Oh yeah.
To show a bunch
they
of
played actually
weirdos
more.
washing
Didn't they play
feet.
that movie? Didn't they play that like 3 or 4 times? That commercial?
Well,
It's 7
every
million
time
each.
you do is 10 mil, so that's like 30-40 million.
They played it at least twice. I remember.
That's crazy. That just shows you like how much money religious stuff is raking in to blow
Untaxed.
$40 million on a bunch of
Untaxed.
foot cleaning commercials.
Untaxed money right there.
You know, if I'm
We gotta
like a
start a religion.
sneaker company or like anything to do with feet, I'm trying to get in on that. You know, it's like Adidas at the end or Nike.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, be complete bullshit and get your
Jesus
own thing
loved
going.
wearing his Nikes.
Bullshit artist. 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 You, sir, are a horseshit artist. I call bullshit on that. Bullshit artist.
I call bullshit on that. What a great quote right there. What a great delivery.
On
What happened
what?
to that guy?
Like, I feel like I keep getting trolled by this clip, and I don't even know why.
Losing his mind.
So we didn't do that this time. Cast a guy in the movie. Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. It's Hollywood, baby.
Have you ever known true love with a woman or a girl that was very romantic?
No, not true love, no.
You don't know how to have that. You don't know how to make that happen, do you?
What?
Finding a way to promote romance to a young woman and plant your weasel and let it squirt. I'm going to show you the right way.
That's a good clip, man.
Oh
That's
my
a good
god,
clip.
I forgot about that music clip.
Plant your weasel and let it squirt. Yeah. What a great clip. What a great philosopher right there. You even know how to plant your weasel and
What
let
a
it squirt.
psycho.
Oh yeah.
That and the one where he said, I will get pleasure from having this toy train get derailed. like what a weird fuck where you want to knock over some like Disney amusement park thing.
I don't give a flying fuck into a rolling donut about what Al Pacino thinks.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Voy Kuag.
Gotta clap for that.
Gotta clap for it. Gotta clap for it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Speaking of that, check out our Rachel Zegler clips. We have some brilliant Rachel Zegler clips. Huge fans here. Huge fans of Brie Larson, Rachel Zegler. All things Disney, all things Marvel, all things Star Wars. Gigantic fans here.
Stonks
are up.
Stonks are up.
Stonks are up, by the way. This is actually, I was looking at the account. We actually are in a good economy that no one's talking about. Strangely, the Vanguard 500.
Oh, God.
The Vanguard 500 in most people's 401k is at the highest it's ever been. No one wants to talk about that, but that is the truth.
Right. Well, they
It's your
will
fault.
because we're in election season. So
It's interesting how it's coming up right at the
this
right
is
time.
a good time though for Shane Gillis. You know, if Trump's gonna run again, this is like prime real estate.
Oh yeah.
You know what would be funny if he is now gonna be a part of the SNL cast?
No, I don't think so. No. They didn't really like him on. Like most of the people who like SNL did not like him on it.
Yeah, I know because Pat liked him. I know that.
Yeah, he liked it because they didn't like him.
That's how that went.
Yeah, he liked it because they didn't like it.
Probably.
Yeah. But again, it's very stupid. The hate for him. It's very dumb. I don't get it. Don't get it. But yeah, that's it for tonight, man. Wizard_Shack on Twitter and WizardShack on YouTube. I'll see you, love.
Discord. Check out our Discord.
We're there. Until next time. It broke new ground.
Lucasfilm logo. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but no title crawl. Oh well!
I applauded it for being different.
It broke new ground!